Okay, so this is going to be the Sagittarius full moon reading for the zodiac sign of Capricorn. And this is going to be the energy for the next few days as we experience this Sagittarius full moon. And you can see right away in these cards that like this movie is going to have some heat. There's a lot of fire, and then we also have air, a lot of Aquarius, 11th house energy, and other air energy. So let's go ahead and get started on the reading and see what the cards say. So the first one is going to be the type of movie. So you can see we have solar flares, and this represents activate. So this is going to be some hot, intense solar flares. And it means extra voltage, passion, inspiration, and fire. So this is a lot of high energy here. So you want to be sure to balance with the other elements to make all your inspiration a reality. So you have a lot of high energy fire going on. Want to make sure you bring the, compassion and intuition and emotion of water, along with the logic and practicality of earth, and the intellectual abilities of air. Okay, so the main focus on this movie we can see is ascendant, and we know that ascendant is the way things that appear and like the beginning of things. So this is going to be, others might not be able to see your heart, or you can't see theirs. So while we can't always control what other people do, we can control what we do, and this is encouraging you to look past the way things appear and look into the heart of people and the heart of matters. Next, we have where to put your energy. So we see here Gemini cross-pollinating. You know those busy multitasking Geminis. Let's see what the card is going to say. Have an open mind and connect. We are all bros and sis. Help the unexpressed be heard. Okay, so this is just a reminder that, we're all connected, we're all family, we're all brothers and sisters and in this world. And this card is encouraging you to help the unexpressed be heard. So whether that be unexpressed feelings that you're having, people that don't really have a voice, helping them, it's kind of encouraging you to put your energy there and have a more open mind about things. Okay, and then what do we want to avoid? So here we can see that it is the conjunction card in reverse, and conjunction is represented by alliance. It's usually, two things coming together in the same energy. So what do we want to avoid though? All right, so be careful of relationships that ask you to shrink yourself to fit them, and value the conjunction over individual growth. Okay, so it's pretty clear here. You're gonna avoid anybody that's asking you to shrink yourself to fit them, but still, having respect for the unexpressed and seeing into the heart of matters and things like that. It's not like being cold or anything like that, but you shrink yourself for nobody. And also you wouldn't want anybody else to shrink themselves for you. That's valuing the merging conjunction over an individual. Okay, so romance and adventure, and we can see here that is Aquarius, the water bearer. So Aquarius here is represented by the word collaborate. Okay, so let's see what's in store for romance and adventure. So this is following your inner voice and not societal constraints, but still helping community as the water bearer. So if you notice, we have like a theme going here where it's saying, don't shrink yourself. Look into the hearts of things, not just what you see, but also, not being cold either. So it's a delicate balance there, like being a unique individual, but within the community. So still remaining your individual yourself, listening to your own inner voice and not society or anything like that, but still respecting others and looking out for your community and not just leaving that in the dust. So next we have money and career, and this is the 11th house. So an Aquarius comes out of the 11th house. So you'll notice, there's a connection and trend going on here. So for money and career, it says, Strong teams make a wonderful bouquet of unique individuals. So this is encouraging you to, even though you might have teams of people that are different than you, you know, having a team and collaborating makes you stronger, right? It's kind of like the same thing, the conjunction over individual growth. So each and every flower brings something unique to the table, and together, combined, it's a beautiful, you know, bouquet of unique individuals. So basically, you know, even if you're working with people different than you or something like that, you're just going to cherish those differences and understand that it all comes together beautifully. So next, for the Sag full moon energy for family, and this card is a very good representation of family because it's root, right? And that's where a lot of things come from, the root. So this Sag full moon is going to encourage you. You might start discovering unconscious patterns, or like you know, like a little shadow work might be necessary to kind of identify those family patterns. That's what the full moon's bringing. Okay, and then the outcome for this little transit over the next couple of days, we can see is the debilitated card in reverse, which represents discomfort. So just like with north nodes and things like that, you know, oftentimes when we're growing or we're going through changes, like it's not always comfortable. So this represents, you know, you want to be careful of slipping into self-doubt or pity, because anybody can feel those type of energies if they're in the wrong environment. For an example, like an artist among engineers is going to feel a lot of self-doubt because he's not an engineer, he's an artist. So be careful of slipping into self-doubt or pity or anything like that. And if you do, just remember it's part of the transit and it won't last, and eventually it's just part of probably your growth, you know, to get you to the other side of it. So I've also added these little dice. So we're gonna roll the dice and see what type of energy that you should focus on to make this transit the most pleasant and the most favorable for you, and the most favorable outcome that you would desire. So let's see what the dice say. Okay, so this is Capricorn. Okay, so you want to be in, this is for the Capricorn zodiac sign. You want to be in your Capricorn energy, which is practicality, you know, putting the blueprints together, seeing if the building is going to stand, no cutting corners or anything like that. Like it's about, you know, making boss moves. So you want to stay in your energy, you know, don't get too caught up in your feelings or this hot extra voltage fire or anything like that. Like drawing on that Capricorn energy to balance things out, and also the other elements like the card said. Okay, and this ninth house, which we know is about adventure and higher learning and things like that. So you know, while you're going on this adventure and you know, looking for the deeper reasons to things and stuff like that, that's good. That's the type of energy that you should be in. Just do it in a practical manner. Okay, and that means, you know, taking the adult approach to things and being responsible. So last but not least, we have Mercury over here. So that's all about thinking and communicating. So you want to make sure that, you know, you're communicating with others, you know, whatever needs to be said, and in an adult manner. Okay, and there's a deeper meaning behind it. So that's just like expressing yourself, letting your inner voice, there's some stuff about your inner voice, about the unexpressed be heard. So perhaps you have some things that you haven't really expressed fully, that this is the time to just go ahead and do that, and it's going to work out for your best interest in this transit. But anyways, that's the Capricorn Sagittarius full moon reading for 2022.